Hello everybody, and welcome back to Oakbridge. So we're into December now. I've just set off our cultivator doing a big cultivating job, and then realised that the weather, snow's on the way, so really we should get our field cultivated ASAP. So we're going to lease a cultivator and get that done first thing. Some bits to show you that's happened at the over at the farmstead. I've spoke to the builders. We've had a negotiation about what needs doing. We need to clear a bit of space out as well, which means selling some bits. Don't know whether we're going to get the time to do that in this episode, but jobs that need doing, basically. We've got to get that cultivator done before anything else, before that cold weather sets in. Whilst the weather's decent, we need to get in and get the cultivator done. Plus, I'm on the Volvo. I've got my coat and hat on, but I don't really want to be getting too cold. Plus I think that this cultivating contract's massive, but well worth doing it financially. Plus we'll be out of work for the winter pretty soon, won't we? Let's pull up right outside because we're lazy. Nice. And let's go and have a look. I think I might just lease the same one that hello. 10 grand? Hello. That's pushed it up to 12 grand. Can we make that look, I mean, shape and size wise, that's pretty much perfect because it's not too modern. 40? I don't think we'd need 40, would we? 24 or 40? I don't know if our combine would reach in there. Is 36 too much? 24 would be alright, wouldn't it? Tyres, not really too bothered with the tyres. Tap them. Side markers, nah. Rear decal, standard or decal red? Standard. New mudguard. No, stick with the old. Hose holder galvanised or coloured. Fancy. Standard. Front ladder. Yes. Cover. I mean, no, we don't need that, do we? Body colours is where we need to take it down a bit. Old silver looking isn't too bad, is it? Oh, no. The light grey, so it looks a bit like a metal that's, although actually that That's probably okay. Secondary colour, what's that going to change? Nothing. Not that I can see, but we'll go like that. Tension belts. Tension belts. Interesting. Yeah, 10 grand. That's a bargain. What did we come here for? Oh yes, cultivator. Have we got any others vintage wise? 90 horsepower. We're not going to pull that with what we've got. I don't know how to just buy 2 cultivators, to be honest, but 3, 5. Cheap and cheerful, 40 quid, we'll lease it. Oh yes, and it would appear grey is my number for the day, my colour of choice. Ooh, that's nice. So we've got 2 decent, we've just sold the other trees, a bit high. I think we might have a bit of a problem with we might have a bit of an issue with that come harvest time, but we've got silage to clear out as well, haven't we, soon, so that'll help for that. Yeah, that will actually massively help, because we could do 2 shuttle runs, can't we? I don't know if we'll be able to use workers, but we could give it a go. Gives them jobs to do in the winter, keeps them earning a wage, doesn't it? Oh, should have held on to that and done that at the end of the episode, shouldn't I? I've just 10 grand. Bargain. Absolute bargain. Well, this is surely going to be a successful episode. 6% on that cultivating already, that's not too bad actually. Not too bad at all. Da 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 da. So what else is on my list? I need to put the oats into the seed making machine. There's somewhere to put them. Yes, there's something else has happened, which I'll probably explain in a bit when we're nearer. And that also means we definitely need a decent sized shed to put the trailers in there, because we've got 2 big trailers now, haven't we? Oh, which button? Oh, not that one. That releases it. Whoops. So that's leased anyway. One of these maybe. Yeah, that's the one. straight in at this point. Yeah, I really don't know what to do with this field. Sort of thinking my initial thought is grass it. But then my initial thought with everything is grass it. We've got wheat. What do we need to grow? We've done sunflowers, we've got sunflowers in. Maybe something like, we've got sorghum, what about canola? Canola might look nice, and that could be quite useful. Yeah, that could look quite useful actually. And then we could probably, I might be able to get these trees out of the way in this episode. Maybe. I was thinking possibly doing a full landscaping episode. Possibly definitely restructure this field as well then. I'm not sure whether to make it bigger or slightly smaller. I think while we've got the sheds in, I might just get another one of these because they're good implements to have. They're cheap, they're good, and then we could probably put 2 workers on a decent sized contract if we've not got any cultivating to do. Which we could also do today. But as good as the money is looking, we have got some very high ticket purchases to be making soon. So that money could disappear very quickly. In fact, I know a lot of it will disappear quite quickly. It'll only take me one spending splurge to get rid of all of that. That's the problem. I'm pretty sure I already know what one of them is going to be. I'm just praying it comes up in the sale. I'm actually wondering about when Kinleg comes out very soon on the Let's Play about just doing the rule that I can only buy something if it comes up in the sale. Otherwise it has to be leased. I think that might be a good challenge to give myself. What say you? Nearly messed that up, but it's all right. Well, this isn't taking nearly as long as I thought it was going to take. They're at 10%. Are they going to get that done in time today? I think I might need to go and give them a hand. Well, I've got the equipment. Maybe. Not down that ladder. Not that out of the way. Getting dragged up soon anyway. And obviously all of this will have the winter to get any nutrients that it's got back in the ground. Yeah, at some point we are going to have to tackle this area. The field wise, it's only that top left corner at the minute that I'm a little bit dubious about what to do with. But once you get those plants out of the way, it won't really matter, will it? Lovely stuff. This is going swimmingly. I think probably our best to go and help out on that. Go and help on that contract. Should we just pull these bits out first though while we're here? Let's just pull up over there for now. I don't mind the trees, they can stay because they'll look lovely. In fact, I don't mind any of this bit. What I don't want is all of this, so all of that. Get rid of that. Chuck some grass seed down there. All of that can come off for now. Yeah, that's not too bad. That gives us a nice little area to work with. Grass it. I'll grass it. It's probably not gonna be grass in the future. Good part of it, I'm thinking maybe another shed in here to store some equipment in. Yes, says the cows. Take that down. That tree would be in the way. There is a shed there. I'll leave it for now. Yes, that looks better. I don't want to lose that tree. I want to keep these trees. There's a little bit of a lip there, isn't there? Yes. That's not too bad. Let's go over and see how our friend is getting on with their contract. Oh, I should actually check this field, see if it needs anything, shouldn't we? What time are we at after? So a lot of fertilising needed. I think, I mean, it doesn't matter when we do that. Move it this way. Yeah, well, I'll help the worker get this job done. Hopefully we get it done before it gets too dark. But there might be a little bit of a evening finish up. When they're at 15%, they're not too bad. They're doing alright actually. Just need to make sure this is the field. Whereabouts are they working? They're on that side. So I shall start this side. And hopefully we meet in the middle. That's how logic hits to me. We will soon find out. Oh no, hold on. Hold up. They're going backwards, they're going the other way, they're going a different way than what I was thinking they were going. They're coming towards, so it'll be the other end of the field that I want to start. So in that case, I shall take the corner out and then start at the top end. Nearly made a boo-boo, but it's okay. I recovered. Let's get some music on, shall we?
There are the things I want to know.
getting there. It's my favourite AI worker as well. Blonde-haired lady, which is very pleasing because she very rarely has any issues. She just cracks on with it and gets the job done, which is why it's 2:45 and we're nearly finished, to the point where before it gets dark I'll leave her to finish this up. Once I've done this line, and head back and I'll show you what's been going on. Just going to get that trailer as well, don't I? Plenty to get done though. Plenty to get done. Lift. Fold. Not a bad temperature. Let's get out there. Hello. Safe driving over the airfield that we've just cultivated for them. Lovely. I think should we drop this off first? We don't need it now, do we? We don't need another harrow. No, we'll drop it off and we'll grab the trailer. Will this pull the trailer? That's the question. Maybe we'll switch it. It's probably more sensible if we switch it. I wonder. Potentially. Let's swing this round. Pop the harrow down. Got there eventually. I'll refuel this as well. I'll stick that trailer in there. The question is, is the trailer going to fit? I mean, it's lower. It is lower than the other one. That Bailey trailer is fairly difficult to get into places, so yeah. Engine off. Out we pop. Actually, in the new year, we're going to have to look at maybe taking some animals to market. I wonder if I could fit a bit of racking in there to put tools on. I could put racking all the way along there, couldn't I? That was a bit clever. Let's take this out for a... Or... No, it's only got 61 litres of diesel in it. Hey, look, what's that? Lime! That's another thing we need, is somewhere to store all of these bits. Take this bad boy. I've not been in this for a while. Ooh. Bit heavy on the... Maybe on the gas when I reverse in then. I'll put that trailer next to the bailey actually, just to see how it looks. Yeah, I'll put it next to it just to judge the height. I feel we might be needing a higher grain cart, higher harvester pipe. I don't know if the pipe's going to work. I can measure that up at another point. With that harvester not likely to move for best part of 7 or 8 months, I'll have to turn it over it a few times just to keep the engine running. Go round and then reverse back. That's the wrong way. That way. No, that way. Trying to use my rear view. Not very well. How bad's that? Yeah. No rear view cameras on this. Oh yes. New trailer. That's very pleasing. Very, very pleasing. So the builders come in to do a little bit of pre-planning, which I wasn't overly keen about what he was wanting to do, but I told him what the plan was for the winter, from my end. And he said he wanted space, so I had to go with his idea, really. Let's go. Oh, I forgot the bleeding harrow. What a fool. What a fool. Well, it wouldn't be an episode without one fail. Oh, the sound is fantastic. This is a great mod. Well, actually, from this angle it's not that much higher. That's not too bad. I think that'll be alright. Probably go back a little bit further. Oh yeah, that'd be right. That'd be right. We'll be fine with that. Let's park this up and take a wander, because I don't want too much equipment around there if he's going to be bringing in stuff. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Not that button. Where's the... not that button. That one. Let us have a walk. Take a little walk down by there. Bit of spare space here to do something with. And I might put, we've got some honey to sell. Might even look at upping the bee game. So that contract's finished. 40 grand. Boom. Success. Very successful. Good episode. We've got all of our cultivating that I can think of was done. I'll leave that bit for now because I've got to walk back that way to get the tractor and take the thing, the harrow back. In fact, I need to get the other tractor that's over there. So he's put this up. He wanted to come straight across to block it off, but obviously these guys, namely that nosy Parker over there, needs access to his allotment. But I said we're going to be moving all of this out. Potentially on the idea of moving this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Don't know what's happening with this. Every time I log in, these move to different positions. So possibly a new flatbed trailer at some point. All of these can go. Dig them out. They all need sorting. This I'm thinking of taking up, but I'm not sure what for yet. the big news is this grass field is now ours, and it's ready to harvest, which seems strange. Could we get a winter cut? Can you? It's ready to harvest. Interesting. So this is ready to harvest. So we could get a little winter cut out of that. That's interesting. This has now been harvested and I've put an offer in. So potentially, whether we keep it as two the same or just have two massive, split it, take the fence out and go all the way along, I don't know. Lots to decide for on that. The wall stays. I like the wall. Yeah, the wall definitely stays. I'm sort of tempted. I mean, keep that as grass or open up. It's going to take a few weeks for the sale for that field to go through. But then we could essentially have a really large grass area here. We're going to need grass for the cows. That's the main thing. So I am thinking we'll get this sowed as grass here. But the other news is there's a new addition to the farm. And I've not even seen it myself yet. Down here for Godfrey. What a great name. Great name. Somewhere around here is Godfrey. We've got a dog. Obviously it's for the kids. He'll sleep up in the house mainly, but when he wants to be down around the farm, he's got himself a nice little secluded spot here. Wherever Godfrey, there he is. Come down here for a bit of dinner and a nap, and we can't interact with him. Is that not Godfrey? Oh, we can, it's just not giving us a... That's Godfrey, rolling around in the bushes. So yeah. All good. Godfrey's got a bowl full of food. There's a ball that we still can't throw. I've opened that for the chickens. Drop it, that's it. Why we've still not got throw, I do not know. But that is the end of today's episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please drop us a like. If you've not subscribed yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any comments or suggestions moving forward, then do feel free to pop them wherever you find your comments or suggestion section on what platform you're watching this on. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the episode. And until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now. I've got to go and get that harrow and then drop it off. Plenty to get done. We've done it before dark though, which is success. Bye bye.